Hi, I'm Martha Cheng and I'm the food and dining editor at Honolulu magazine. In this video, we're going inside two restaurants, Prima and Whole Ox, to find out how the chefs come up with their dishes, how they execute them, and bring them to the table. Right now we're at Prima, so we're going to take a look at how the chefs work. Today, Chef Kevin Lee is going to show us how he creates this maitake mushroom dish, which builds layers and layers of flavors upon each other.
So we have maitake mushrooms from the Big Island.
Watching Kevin work in the kitchen is fascinating, and his years of experience definitely come through in his food.
Prima is a small restaurant. Initially it started out as an Italian trattoria, and as the restaurant progressed, we were able to become more creative.
Kevin says one of the major things he loves about his position is that he now has the freedom to create pretty much whatever he wants.
The maitake mushroom dish initially started as a vegetarian entree, an oven-roasted cauliflower steak cooked in the same pan with a maitake mushroom. And then as the dish progressed, I wanted to make it a little bit less rustic and a little bit more refined. This is called arroze. You're basting with brown butter. So the dish turned into a pan-roasted maitake mushroom. Took the cauliflower, turned into a puree, has butter, cream, toasted ground coriander seed, balancing out both the heaviness of the mushroom and the fattiness of the puree would be something a little tart. So I added pickled honsamiji mushroom that cuts through some of that fat. And as a texture difference, made the cremini toast. Spread the cremini mousse on top. And we take these sliced raw creminis, drizzle a little bit of olive oil. So to plate the dish, put a little dollop of the cauliflower puree, a little bit of herb oil, the pickled honsamiji mushroom, the roasted maitake mushroom, and the cremini toast.
What I love about the food at Prima is that it's unexpected. You think you know what a mushroom tastes like, but then you taste this dish. It's as surprising as it is delicious.
Analyzing a finished dish, for me, it has to cover all the tastes, sweet, sour, salty, sometimes bitter, umami. And then it needs to have texture differences. Soft, crispy, crunchy, like luxurious. You want to have all those different aspects in mind. Being in an open kitchen, it allows me to actually see the customer, see their responses, and in the end, it's very rewarding.
There's another chef in Kaka'ako that's delivering big, complex flavors to his customers, but in a much different way. It's 6 a.m. here at the Whole Ox, and Chef Bob McGee is showing us how to take apart an entire pig.
We serve delicious sandwiches and a heck of a wonderful breakfast. We do it a little differently. We use whole animals from the island and create deli cold cuts and cured meats with them. And what we've done is created the menu around the animal rather than bring in animals to meet our needs. We use the hams for specials. We use them for whatever we darn well please. Sometimes we smoke them for our pulled pork sandwich if we don't have enough shoulder. There's a lot of greasy meat around the femoral head, so you have to be really careful when cutting that out just because it's hard to get a good hold. Some people would use a towel.
This particular pig is from Shinsato Farm right here on Oahu. And after Bob removes the bone, the pork belly and loin will be rolled and tied, brined for 3 days, and then cooked over the rotisserie for the porchetta sandwich.
So we'll tie that up, spin it until the skin is crispy, and people will say thank you.
Every part of the rest of the pig will be made into various menu items.
Also, we make a lot of pate here, so we have the liver, the heart, the kidneys, and the spleen. One of the things very early that we also believed in was that we should have the best burger ever. So we knew that that was going to require dry aging. So that begins the creative process. In general, with grass-fed, people don't age it, and one of the major complaints about grass-fed beef is that it lacks character, that it's just gamey, only gamey, but nothing else. So, you know, being able to add umami is one characteristic that everybody likes here in Hawaii.
This beef is grass-fed cattle from Andrade Ranch on Kauai. If you can believe it, the Whole Ox goes through 1,500 pounds of beef in a week.
What we've done is create a burger that's cooked to medium, but has a very crudo flavor. It starts from a whole shoulder clod. We dry age it to 28 days, and we take it off the bone and grind it to homogenize all the different cuts. So it has short rib, chuck, brisket, and neck. And basically you get all the tender and you get all the tough. You get the right amount of fat content. what it ultimately is flavors of tartare. One of the things that we get very often from customers and from fellow chefs and fellow business people is it's such a cool business model, and it's cool because you're the only one doing it. What people should know is it's actually not cool. It would be a lot easier if more people did it. It would become a more efficient business model. We'd be eating better. We'd be raising livestock better. We'd probably be using land better as well. And the support comes from the clientele that we serve, but I know that there's enough support for other chefs to be doing this and for other restaurants to be doing it as well. We've been very busy from the get-go, which is a blessing. The one thing that we don't worry about is getting people in the door. We worry about keeping up with the production. I'm very proud to have that sign out there. It's nice to be able to say I'm the butcher. It's nice to be able to say I'm the chef of the place. And it's really nice to have people come in that become your family and to feel like I'm part of this community and that I'm actually affecting it in a positive way. That's cool.
For much more on dining in Honolulu, check out my print story in the August issue of Honolulu Magazine. You can subscribe at honolulumagazine.com, or you can download the digital edition through iTunes.